lie to you, I didn't think it was going to be that quick that Spike Lee, or his birth name is called him Shelton. I'm going to start calling him Shelton. Shelton decided that he wanted to do an interview and defend Woody Allen. He's well within his right to do it. My issue is that he's not consistent. Bill Cosby aided this brother. In fact, legitimized his brother more so than anything, because there were people. And let me first of all, let me take y'all back to 1980. What was do I think came out 89? Before that, Spike was popped because of School Days and She Gotta Have It, because how he made the movie, and it wasn't a lot of young black directors at that moment in Hollywood. Usually they were cats that been around or been directing but never got the recognition that they should have gotten. And by Spike being in his 20s, uh, uh, mid late 20s, it stood out a little bit more. When Spike heard that they wanted to do Malcolm X, it was a white director attached to it. And even I, as a teenager, said that it would be bad business for a Caucasian man, no matter how well intentioned they are, to touch that. Because I was just learning about Malcolm, because the stuff that I had learned over the years had been twisted. And it depends on who you talk to. But to do a movie about Malcolm X, I mean, how many Hollywood major movies have been done about black folk or black leadership, and done in a way that speaks from our perspective? When Spike fought to get it, I'm like, cool, because we know that he's the nuances, little things. That's probably why every time you watch Malcolm X, you get this feeling when you watch it. You don't get, is even the moments that you're supposed to be embarrassed about or angry or sad, you don't feel it, because you know the complexities of being a black person in America, especially a black man. Warner Brothers was the distributor. Warner Brothers gave it, you said this is a budget. Now you know damn well to tell a movie from that in that way, with the period clothes, cars, and all that, and the locations, they needed a budget. And Warner wanted them to do it on the cheap. And Warner Brothers has had a history of doing that. And let me go back to the 1970s, when Ilya Salkind went to his father Alexander and said no to his father, hey, why don't we do a movie based on Superman? Now, people still had the Adam West show in their head, and it didn't endear confidence, because some people was dismissive of that show. Now, today, people who's older and appreciate, they say, oh, we see what they were doing. But back then, even until when they did the Tim Burton Batman film, they didn't take that genre serious. Warner owned those characters. Warner could have done a movie at any point. Warner said, okay, you guys go get the actors, you guys go pay for it out of your pocket. We'll distribute it, and we'll cut you a check if the movie does well. And Warner wanted to do the same thing as Spike. We'll give you the money, but we're going to give you so much. Because there's a lot more of that movie that Spike didn't film to get the film. If I remember those original interviews. Now today you may say something different. But Warner Brothers is known to do that. And not just Warner, but other companies. But Warner has been notorious for doing that. Greenlighting something, promising something, and then changing something during the middle of the production. Fast forward to today. Look what they did with the Zack Snyder Justice League movie. They used that man's family tragedy to bring in Joss Whedon, and Joss Whedon and Warner Brothers and Jeff Johns turned the movie to something else. That's why now they want to say we're going to give you anywhere from 30 million on up to complete your vision. Now I know people say, "Oh, you went off on a tangent," but those are the best examples to give when you talk about how studios would give you a budget and say, "Do this and do that," and then tell you something totally different. Now, my thing is, Spike Lee has been critiqued for years by white critics unfairly. Now, my thing is that myself and other blacks have been loyal to Spike. Now, if he think Woody Allen's got wrong and stuff, that's his opinion. But my thing is, why you go out of the way to defend Woody Allen when Woody Allen's never come out his way to defend you when he was under attack? A lot of y'all forget back in the 90s, Spike was accused of being anti-Semitic. Spike was getting attacked every time he did a movie. This is why a lot of his movies never was blockbusters. Because the subject matter he would take on. Because he told the movies from the perspective of a black man or the black community. Now, to be fair, Woody Allen could have spoke well of Spike Lee at some point, but I don't remember ever being loud enough for me to remember. I know Kim Basinger spoke up for Spike Lee, and her career never been the same since. But the thing is, Bill Cosby is the reason why Malcolm X was finished. Bill Cosby picked up the phone. He called Magic. He called Magic got in contact with Michael. They said, Bill want to speak to you. He got in contact with Janet. And a few other well-known blacks at that time. And then when Mr. Cosby went through his trials and tribulations, when he lost his son, everybody was sympathetic in the black community. When that woman was trying to shake him down, people started to whisper. There's a certain group of black folks start to whisper. Those same ones today who have been whispering bad mouthing Cosby. But when Spike Lee did an interview and said Cosby stole from me and did this and he was silent through this whole thing with Bill Cosby, I'm like, man, you could have came out and showed some support. And then after the trial, you could have slowly pulled back and say, hey, maybe I got it wrong. But none of these people paid attention to the court proceedings. Those of us who were paying attention, we know Cosby got railroaded. And now some of y'all who've been listening to us and other people involved in it and go back looking at transcripts and looking at how the story broke, you realize there was a setup. Remember, Hannibal Buress and Don Lemon, Kenan Thompson all had something to do with it. Who benefited the most out of it? Those three dudes. But guess what? Don Lemon is criticized in the media. That's why Dave Chappelle went on his ass in his special the other morning. That was released the other morning. Kenan Thompson, he's still in SNL, but ain't nobody getting him no movie scripts. They ain't sending nothing to him. He's doing a show here, commercial here, whatever. Hannibal Buress is the comedian now. At first, they were saying his name. Now you don't see Hannibal Buress nowhere. Want to know why? Because they was useful idiots. Spike Lee finally get a Oscar, honorary Oscar and whatnot. Now he's out here talking crap. He's defending Woody Allen of all people. And now people got him apologizing. Wait a minute. Now, I'm not defending Spike, but I'm going to call out hypocrisy. Scarlett Johansson and them defended Woody Allen, not a peep. And there's a few other people that defended Woody Allen over the years, not a peep. So if Spike do it, everybody want to check Spike and prove Spike you still a nigga to them. Don't think because you got an Academy Award that you can sit there and say what you want. They'll put you in your place if you don't watch it. You didn't apologize to the black community about Bill Cosby. You didn't track anything about it. And you got a lot of criticism from the black community about your criticism of Bill Cosby. You didn't apologize. You didn't make no statements, but you made a statement quickly about Woody Allen. And you could have easily talked about the cancel culture. You could have easily talked about how black men were treated versus the white guys who was accused. You could have used your platform. But see, black folks like them, they want you to go in your pocket or go in your purse, spend your, 10 to 15 bucks on a ticket, depending on where you at, go in there and buy expensive snacks and sit there for how many hours and watch their film. And then then the following year, sit in front of a TV for 3-4 hours, watch him get an award, and these people have nothing to do with you. Now, could Woody Allen be innocent? Could be. Just because he's married a stepdaughter, there's no rule against that. But it don't look good that you have raised a girl to a certain point, and you turn around, y'all start dating, then get married, and have kids. Come on, it don't look right. But Hollywood didn't cancel Woody Allen. They just critiqued and make jokes about it. But he was still to work. He was still able to work. And Spike runs to this dude, defense of all the people. He runs to this dude. But the guy that helped you make you comfortable, you and your family comfortable, because to this day, Malcolm X is still in rotation. It's on Netflix. It's on cable still, on HBO, Showtime, or Stars, depending on who got it in rotation. It still come on local television when Black History Month pops up, if they got the rights or the time to show it. People they're still discovering it. You go into the store, you still see it being sold. That wasn't so, and not only Spike benefited from it, Denzel Washington and everybody else. All these Negroes went silent. But Spike of all people, the one that I was talking about, black, 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 you went ahead and defend Woody Allen of all people. Now you had to retract that. But if Spike was so big, bold, and honest, he would say, wait a minute, why I got to retract something? Those other people that came out and still Woody Allen, y'all, they crucial. Oh, I'm a black man. Y'all supposed to tell me when I'm supposed to get angry, when I'm supposed to be happy, when I'm supposed to be sad, what I should think and what not think. Now, I'm not defending Spike Lee, but he's telling you he's not his own man at 63. He was vocal about what the Knicks did to him, but you won't stand for a black man that helped you. Now I can see if you went to the trial and there was evidence to present it that Mr. Cosby did what he said, but I told y'all a long time ago, a lot of that stuff was hearsay. A lot of stuff was easily proven. And they changed when they found him acquitted. They got me like, no, we're gonna go back and get the verdict we want to get, and that's what they did. He didn't have a jury of his peers, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. All these black folk out here talking about systemic racism, y'all contribute to it. A lot of us don't sit back and think about what we say and what we do. We're not consistent. I know people gonna say, well, what you expect is Hollywood. Unfortunately, they have the cameras and the mics in their face. And these are people, unfortunately, that speak to our community. And I have yet to see any of our talking heads or a politician say, hey, you know what? You guys got to stop going to Hollywood. They don't represent black America. They don't represent a portion of black America. They don't have the same everyday issues that you and I have. I mean, they do, but financially, they're in a much better position than you and I are at this moment. That's why when I hear Gabrielle Union bitch and moan about I don't care, she rich. She okay. Spike could have easily came out and been more vocal for Nate Parker, how his career got destroyed. No, ever since Spike got that woman, Spike was dancing around on that stage, I was like, uh-oh. So now he's backtracking. Didn't take long. Scarlett Johansson in her 30s. She didn't backtrack on any of the other people. Alyssa Milano on them, they didn't backtrack, and the media ain't called them out or nothing. But you go there, they went, you're going a little too far, Spike. And Spike normally Spike don't retract shit. Now he's retracting stuff. He's scared. He sold his soul for a damn award. Now I see why some people criticize him, but at the same time, those same people criticize him, they ain't got nothing to write him about. It's a clusterfuck of idiots in Hollywood. This is why I don't support black Hollywood like I used to. Because these brothers and sisters, they pro-black women, at least they pretend they are, and they go do an interview someplace else, and they in a totally different tone. And you just sitting like, well, I'll be damned. I mean, I lost a ton of respect for Spike Lee. You throw Cosby, but you defend Woody Allen. And then when these whoever got you apologizing, you spook. That means you're not your own man. All that shit you talk, it just bluster. First of all, somebody said if they want to talk about cancel, they said let's talk about how easy it is to accuse somebody without any proof. That's what he could have went there and said. But you defend somebody who been yelling since they was a little girl. See the difference between Woody Allen's stepdaughter. Let's just say for shits and giggles, she's blind, but she been yelling since she was a little girl. Could Mia Farrow have told her daughter to lie? Could Rona Farrow be lying or bought into the story? Very well could have. But let's get something straight. She's been yelling since 1992. 90 was it was between no 94, either 92 or 94 when the allegations was started. She was yelling and they was yelling as little kids. You had women who were in their 50s and 60s and 70s yelling 50 or 40 years later what Cosby supposedly did, and people believed it literally overnight. But I was shocked that some people didn't say anything. It was reported that Steve Harvey was defending Bill Cosby, and reportedly Bill Cosby said, "Don't do it, don't do it, because you don't want to get this on you." As much as I criticize Steve Harvey, if what they said is true, I gotta give Steve Harvey credit. Reluctantly, I give him credit. God was it Joe Torre and a few other actors. We knew Keisha Knight Poland was right there from start to finish. Felicia Rashad was there. But you run out and defend Woody Allen of all people. Like everybody forget about Woody Allen transgressions and stuff. Woody Allen, every movie he make, he is purely a white center. Woody Allen ain't never said, let me go ahead and do a movie. Let me go ahead and do a movie with a black cast and or hire some black people to work for me and do that. But you went and ran and defended him. Now you can enjoy a person's product. I'm not saying Spike shouldn't enjoy his music. If Spike enjoys his movie, that's his taste. But run out to defend somebody who never defended you, or you throwing somebody else that helped you get where you at. That's just, man. You low down. But they made you retract. They made you apologize. I tell you, they said put that ninja in his place. How dare he give an opinion about Woody Allen? Spike been working consistently the last 4 5 years. He want to continue to do that. So if he got to sell his soul and cut somebody else's throat in the process, he'll do it. But like I said, I've lost a ton of respect for Spike Lee. He was on A View yesterday. Then he was on Anderson Cooper later that evening, before I can remember now. You know what I did? I turned. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to see anyone hear his voice. 30-some years I supported this dude. I mean, I was a teenager. Well, a little kid actually when I started school days. But when I hit 12 and was watching school days, and then Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever, these movies and stuff, like this is deep. But Malcolm X is that masterpiece, man, that made me see him like, okay, I gotta support Spike, warts and all. But to sit there and throw your elder under the bus like that, and then go support a man that don't even communicate with you like that, or don't have anything to do with black artists, or it tells you what you in. He quick to call somebody else a coon, but he's been cooning for the last few months. They punked you, Spike.